welcome back to my channel. It's Janelle Mariss, and today I am back with a new video for you guys. Guys, I'm not kidding you, it's literally like 2:30 in the morning. Couldn't sleep, so I decided to film a video. This is what I came up with. I wanted to do something super bold and dramatic. I haven't done like a very intense smoky eye with like blacks and like a deep lip, and I just went all in. So I have a full beat face and it's literally 2:30 in the morning. I'm literally gonna have to wash this off and go to sleep and wake up in a few hours. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video on this look. Like I said, I really enjoyed putting it together. Definitely a good like girls' night out, special occasion, super like vampy, almost fall vibes going on right here. So if you guys do happen to enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to see new videos from me every week. I would appreciate it so much. Without further ado, let's jump into this full beat makeup tutorial. So of course I start by moisturizing my face with what other than pure organic coconut oil, just lightly pressing that in the skin. I'm going to prime using my MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer. This is just going to help the foundation stick to the skin a little bit better. It's not a smoothing primer, just more for longevity. I'm priming my eyelids with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is one of my favorite things to use as eyeshadow primer because it completely covers all of like the little veins on my lid, and then I like that it dries matte so the eyeshadows go on smooth. Then to set the concealer, I'm using, I believe this is Blanc Type by MAC, and I'm just doing a light sweep of that all over my lid. You can use a loose powder, anything so that the concealer isn't tacky and so that your eyeshadows blend smoother. I'm now going in with Soft Brown by MAC. This is one of my all-time favorite transition shades. It was like one of the first ever eyeshadows I purchased that was high-end. And so I'm just sweeping this all throughout my crease using a fluffy blending brush. Use your Sigma brush, Morphe brush, MAC brush, whatever brush you have that blends eyeshadow like a dream. Use that. And then I'm going to be taking Swiss Chocolate by MAC. And I'm going to take a blending brush that's a little bit more like smaller, and I'm just going to put that a little bit deeper in my crease, and then also putting some of that on like the outer third of my eyelid. So I'm just blending that back and forth. I'm going to go back in with my original fluffy blending brush to soften up the edges so that everything blends nice and smooth. I'm then going to be taking Embark by MAC. This is one of my favorite super rich deep dark brown shades. I'm going to take that same smaller blending brush, and I'm mainly going to focus this on the outer third of my eyelid, just lightly pressing it there and then blending out the edges into the crease. I'm using a super light hand and trying not to bring it too far into like where my tear duct is, because I don't want it to close in the eyes all the way, but I do want it to lightly define that crease area. And I'm keeping this below all of the other blending shades that I originally had put in my crease. I'm gonna take this pressed pigment, foiled pigment by Makeup Geek called Untamed, and it is like this gorgeous yellow gold color, and I'm just pressing that all over my lid using my MAC 242. I did wet my brush with Fix Plus, and you can just see how intense and pigmented this eyeshadow is. It is just beautiful. I'm then going to take Magic Act, which is another foiled eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, and I'm putting that on that first third of my eyelid, and then also kind of using it to highlight that tear duct area. I'm then going to be taking Corrupt by Makeup Geek. It is like such a black eyeshadow, like the blackest black of all blacks, and I'm putting that just on that outer corner of my eyelid using a very soft hand. I'm going to lightly move my brush in swift motions just to blend it out, and then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges of that black. Again, not trying to bring it too far into the eye, I'm just kind of lightly softening up the edges. For foundation, I'm using this Hourglass foundation in the shade Golden. So I'm just kind of striping it on my face first, and then I'll blend it out using my MAC 170. This foundation is very yellow, but I do like make it work with the concealer and bronzer and stuff, but I did notice that it has a very strong yellow tone, at least the one that I got. And this is by far, like I mentioned in my last video, my favorite foundation brush of all foundation brushes. I absolutely adore this brush for blending out foundation. For under the eyes, I'm using this Becca Under Eye Brightener, and I'm just doing like a triangular motion, and then I'm going to blend that in with the same foundation brush. This has a very like bright pink undertone, so it really just brightens up that under eye area, and it gives it a very like creamy hydrating finish. Over top of that, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape, just because that Becca product, it doesn't have a lot of coverage, it's more just for brightening. So I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape to more conceal under the eyes and then also highlight the nose, chin, and forehead. And I'm blending all of that out again with the same brush that I used to blend out my foundation. That way everything is just fused nicely together. Then to cream contour, I'm using my Wet n Wild contour stick. I absolutely love this product. Blends so good, like by far one of my favorite cream contour products. So putting that on the areas I normally cream contour, along the jawline, the cheeks, the nose, the forehead, and then again using the same exact brush that I used for my foundation, I'm going to blend that out. That way, since it has some leftover product on it, it'll really help fuse all those shades together and blend really nice into my skin so that there are no harsh edges. For the nose though, I do like to use my finger just so I can have it more controlled. And then to set the under eye area, I'm using my Airspun powder. I don't know why I decided to bake today. I hadn't baked this much in forever, but I just really wanted like a full coverage foundation look. So I went ahead and did that. And then I went ahead and bronzed up my cheeks using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. This is such a beautiful bronzing shade. It's like a very warm terracotta, and it just melts into the skin beautifully. I'm going to take a smaller brush though to kind of set the nose contour. And then I'm going to sweep all of that away using any sort of fluffy powder brush. Make sure you blend that out so there are no harsh edges. For blush, I'm using my MAC blush in Melba. Just because I wanted, a softer shade on the cheeks. I didn't want anything too intense since the eyes are pretty bold. And then for a highlight, I'm using this gorgeous highlight in the Carly Bybel palette. I am obsessed with it. It's such a beautiful gold tone, and I'm just putting it on my cheeks, on my nose, and then like chin and forehead. And then I'm going to go ahead and set everything using my MAC Studio Fix foundation powder. I love doing this once I have the blush and highlight on, just because it really fuses everything together and allows you to have no harsh edges. It also allows the makeup to photograph beautifully. It's like putting a filter over the skin that you get to walk around with all day. So I'm just taking like a dome-shaped brush and again, fusing that all over the skin. I'm chiseling out my cheekbones a little bit more with some more of the Airspun powder. I filled in my brows off camera, and then I went ahead and highlighted under my brow bone using MAC Shroom. It's a really pretty satin shade, so you get a little bit of that shine without it being too intense. To highlight the tear duct, I use the same exact highlighter that I used for my cheeks, again in the Carly Bybel Deluxe palette. And I took a more like dense dome pencil brush to really concentrate that shade there. I applied my eyelashes off camera, and I used the Allure lashes in 126. They're super full, super dramatic, but very beautiful. For the lower lash line, I went in with Swiss Chocolate once again, and with a dome pencil brush, I'm just smoking out that lower lash line more than I normally would, just because I want the lashes to be so dramatic. So I'm just working that back and forth, really allowing it to just look nice and fused, but very smoky. Then I'm going to go in with Embark, and this time I'm going to keep the shade a little bit closer to the lash line. I'm going to try not to bring it past the previous shadow that I put on that lower lash line. So I'm just really hugging my eye area with this shade. I'm going to take Corrupt, the black shadow, and I'm just again going to focus that really close to that outer edge of the lower lash line, but I'm also going to bring it up just to tie it to the top eyelid shades and really again smoke out that outer corner a little bit more. And then taking a blending brush with no product on it, I'm just going to blend all of that out. I did my wing off camera using my MAC Brushstroke eyeliner. This is one of my favorite eye pens because it's so like rich. And I did my waterline with this L'Oreal eye kohl that I desperately need to get a new one of. You could see it was like a little nub. For lips, I went in with my MAC Pro Longwear lip pencil in Miss Diva. This is one of my favorite lip pencil shades. It goes with everything, and it's just such like a rich berry color. I literally use this with like nudes, reds, berry colors. I just love the undertone of it, and if I use a lighter hand, it comes out lighter. If I use like a more harder hand, it comes out nice and deep. And then for lipstick, I went in with Del Rio by MAC. Just a gorgeous, like almost like red brown shade. It's a pop of color, but I still feel like not too intense. And this is the completed look. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. I honestly love you guys and appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.